my assistant, okay. This should pay much better this way. Well, let's get it rolling. It looks like Doug's ready. Doug Harvey?
Thank you, Mr. Hill, something or other. And fellow Lions and President, $2, what's a sad dollar? Phoebe, our mascot, is on her way to Florida, so she will no longer be with us. So I'm sad about that. The happy dollar is that I made it through the district governor training school back in Illinois, and they actually let me leave, so I'm back. I'm glad to be back. Thanks.
I'm sure they let you leave. I'm sure they helped you to leave. Let's go over to Gina. Lion Gina.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I have a happy dollar. Some me washed dishes with her for a number of years. You've washed dishes at the Taste of Italy for her. She had a birthday with her. She had a birthday yesterday. 17. Now we're already looking at colleges, and she wants to go away to college. She was looking at Boston. Yeah. But I think I've talked her into Pullman. So another dollar is for, I got to bring a friend today, and so we'll introduce him later.
And she's talking and needing a new car to drive up to Pullman and back, right?
Yeah.
No? Cindy looks like she's got some happy dollars. Lion Cindy?
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I have one kind of an announcement dollar. I got a text from Cheryl Huff, you know, Keith's wife, and they were very appreciative of the card we sent them in regards to. I want to pass that along. Hello. Also, Jim and I decided to have a date night, the night after Valentine's Day, because Cindy pulled a cheap one. I went to Safeway and got Cioppino in the frozen section. We had it Friday night for Valentine's Day. It went down the disposal. It was that bad. So we went to there at the casino on Saturday night, and I proceeded to donate to their funds.
Thank you, Cindy. We'll use your $5 to buy some new batteries for the microphone. Lion Greg.
President Leroy, Lions guests, this is a really, really happy dollar. You see the tail twisters we have today? That means the midget's not here today.
Ron Stopler.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, sad but cautiously happy dollar. Bill Pontius lost another toe. And he continues to fight infection. He's been a type 2 diabetic for a lot of years and just isn't getting blood flow to his feet. When they find, he really watches his toes, because if he hadn't taken the toe off, then it would grow into his foot, then it would grow off his leg, and then the real problem starts. So he's now a 3.5 toe guy. Please don't tease him about this.
You can't tease him?
Ron, you're the only one that gets to.
Yeah.
Lion Hal Palmer.
Thank you. President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, first happy dollar. If you want me to be the program, I can be, just so you know, Steve. Yes, the first happy dollar is to see that Doug survived District Governor-elect school. Well, they call it first Vice District Governor School now, don't they? But it's really District Governor-elect school. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. It's good to see him back. The second happy dollar is last Wednesday, we saw a lady in our office who got the new kidney and how she's all setting up. That's Kathy Ames, in case many of you know her. She's doing really well. I think she wants out of the hospital as fast as she can, but she's in a nice little facility that OHSU has. And it's just, if you're ever down there, make sure that you're eligible and go there instead of, because it's $50 a night when you're in downtown Portland. Is that cheap for downtown Portland? And it looks like a top-level 5-star hotel. Then we went and saw the grandson. It is senior night. We got to escort him out on the field, out on the court. Gatna, who has worked in our chuck wagon. He then proceeded to score the first 10 points of the game, and then they won. So it was a fun evening.
That's what happy dollars are about. All right. Well, we'll do the two Jims. Jim Waters first.
That's the way it should be, yes. President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, a couple happy bucks. My grandson, who goes to Morris, disqualified for 4 events in the state finals in swimming next week. So we'll be up at Federal Way.
Yeah.
Mr. Jim Moraniki.
King Lions, Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I have one happy dollar. That happy dollar is because the sun is out and it'll probably get all the way up to 43 today. The other dollar I have here is for past 100% secretary treasurer of this book, Terry Woodruff. He could not be here today. I'm really sad for him. He's in Hawaii, and about now he's probably on the golf course. I don't know anything about the course he plays on, but I've seen it on TV. If you can get the ball far enough over the hill, it rolls down about a mile. And so far, he's told me in 7 trips, he's never got over the hill.
Very good. Lions Wayne.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I have a happy $2 bill. I'm happy that the videos that I make are being shown numerous times per week on Channel 11. And you have to have Comcast in order to get Channel 11. I also put them on Facebook, onto our, on YouTube, and then onto Facebook. And we have a Facebook page, and I usually post them within 2 days. And I also email out a link to some of the members here. If you don't get Facebook, don't want to be on it, and still want to get the link, just give me your email address and I'll put you on my list. Anyway, I'm just happy that they're showing it a lot. It's great to belong to the best service club in Longview.
And thank you for all the documenting you do, Wayne. Very helpful. Hey, I'm going to take a moment here and trigger off what Mr. Reineke said. I got a couple of happy dollars myself. Leroy, fellow Lions and guests. And number 1 is going to be just for this great little streak of weather we're having. Always feels good. And number 2 is because I was gone last week. I was at a beach house down at Manzanita. Last week at this time, we were sitting out in the clear skies, wondering why we hadn't brought sunblock with us. And that is the truth. And I'm still very happy about all that. But where is the next one coming from, Sandy Cat? Okay, Flying Gordy.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I have $6.02 to commemorate the birth of my 6-pound, 2-ounce first grandson.
You can have one more happy dollar for that, but that's fantastic. Is that your first one? Oh, that's even better yet.
Along with my first grandson.
Yeah. Hearing ain't what you used to be. What? Hearing's the second thing to go. Okay, Lions Frank Swanson.
President Leroy, fellow Lions guests, I too am happy about the birth of a new grandchild. My daughter had 3 boys, 10, 7, and 4. The 4-year-old really wanted a baby brother, and my daughter had a little baby girl. So we're happy. The 4-year-old is not, because he wanted a baby brother, and when we told him, he went, oh. So anyway, he's coming around now. Kind of likes her.
Oh, love this news. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. I'm looking at the red here, and I'm afraid I'm going to run out of battery here, so.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I know you missed me for the last couple of weeks, and
Really?
you're stuck with me again.
Had a great time in Orlando, went to all the parks and rode everything, roller coasters, you name it. Acted like we were 40 years younger. One of these is, speaking of a kidney transplant, a good friend of mine, Don Boltinghouse, just had a transplant, and he's doing really well.
Very good. Lion Pat.
King Lion, fellow lions and guests. Last week you were all happy because my husband wasn't here. I'm happy this week because he is here, and now you guys can be in him.
Whoa. Rebuttal. You don't get no rebuttal with no money. Oh, there's $1 worth of rebuttal.
Where'd you get that buck from, Lloyd?
It's all alone. King Lion, fellow lions and guests. Yes, I'm happy to be back. You got rid of the crud. And that's not my wife. I mean, I have a feeling you're going to pay for that later. Lion Cindy.
President Leroy, members and guests. $1 is for, I went to my last Zone 1 meeting for my district, yay, and Steve's, Scottingers. And this one is from Lion Mark Kelch. He's sad he's not going to be here today, but he had a business meeting. There you go.
Lion Ball.
King Lion, fellow lions and guests. This is a despairing dollar, I guess you'd call it, or whatever. Last meeting, Jim Reineke wasn't here. So I took the privilege of sitting in his chair. When I sat down, all of a sudden, I got this feeling of antiquity.
Best comment of the day. Best comment of the day right there. Mr. Pat Palmer, show us what you got.
President Leroy, fellow lions and guests. Oh, here's to Bob Heidemann. That first happy bucket for Bob Heidemann. He's finally learned the lesson the rest of us have already known. You never sit there. Yeah, you automatically get arthritis between the ears. Let's see. The super happy part about since the last time I saw you is that yesterday I was given that rare opportunity into making good life choices. Until you have to end up driving back from Vancouver or from deep Portland at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was an hour and a half before I saw Vancouver and I had to stop and drink. So yeah, third happy buck is finally had interstate pass to get up to the house in Castle Rock.
You survived?
Yes, yes. But I gotta tell you, if they put a little pepper on those green little pellets, I think they'd be better. I really do. So apparently, I was sent the picture this morning. The interstate pest guy said, "Wow, I'm so glad you cleaned out this one portion so I could get to this one area." 22 mice, mostly dead. So anyway, it moves on, ladies and gentlemen. Clean around your furnace. It's a great place for them to hang out. Fourth happy buck is tomorrow night. I get to bring my motorcycle home because there's room, and I am excited. The fifth happy buck is that we had a great weekend up in Seattle. Literally took the weekend off and went up to the Seattle Music Experience, Mopops, Museum of Popular Culture. Saw Gary Hill's best friend's stuff, his friend Jimi Hendrix, because I used to hang out. Yeah. And I will tell you this, it's an expensive day. Parking was $26, but God, we had a great time. We had a super great time. And I got to see 2 of my 3 kids and all of them. So fantastic.
And Paul Allen has the white Stratocaster there that Jimmy played the Star Spangled Banner on Sunday morning at Woodstock.
Yeah.
Probably the most valuable guitar in the world. Lion Robert, Lion Bob.
President Leroy, members and guests, Dawn and I are back from our 2-week vacation and cruise.
We had a great time. We didn't get quarantined. And like Dorothy said, the Wizard of Oz is I'm glad to be home.
Lion Mike. President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests. My daughter, our oldest daughter, Mackenzie, is raising money, so this is a fundraising dollar, to go with her competition team to Disneyland next December. So I've got beef sticks, pepperoni, and teriyaki back here, $1 each. See me after the meeting if you'd like to get some of the beef sticks.
Still do that. Who's happy back here? Who's happy and rich? Nobody. They're happy, but they just don't have any money. Let's take this with us in. Good cause right here. Various sticks for $1. We'll hit Dave. Dave looks like he's got a song in his heart today. I can see it already. Oh, okay. Hey, look at this, enterprising right here. Say, Mike spends enough time stocking shelves, he doesn't need to do this, do Okay. Good. Are we caught up? Yeah, let's do it. Mr. Dave. Oh.
Here's $2, it's better than one. And fellow Lions, President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests. I want to thank a few people. Let me try to get this out. I thank you for all being my friends, not just one, but every one of you. I want to say thank you for, from the day one, you always welcome me into the club. I've never had a place. I will make it, okay? I'm going to get through this one because I think it's becoming and it's well worth it. If you want to know what song I'm going to sing, it's a patriotic song. A lot of people don't know it, but I do know a lot of music, more than just Christian music. I know Christian music, country music, patriotic music. So I would surprise you on an average day, but I'm most best, or the best, when I have material friends. So enough said, I just hope that every one of you continue to be happy, that you don't have any pain or any different things that you know that maybe bother you at this point. And I'll keep you in my prayers. If I know who it is. I want to thank Greg especially for because there's numerous others that helped me with put the name tag on this. I'm not very good with my hands, and a lot of people know that. I want to thank Gail, June, and numerous others, Ricky and Vacation, and the ones that helped me with the meal. And without further ado, I'll make this short as I can be. And I'll give you the song because we just had President's Day, and it's a patriotic time as we do right now, because we're going to be together for the voting next. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night, from the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. You're in good voice today. Always appreciate your gratitude.
And we need that.
Lion Dolly. We saved the best for last. Who else? Who else still has one?
Then we got to wrap it up.
President Leroy for Lions and guests. This is one proud mama with her son gave his RAF engineering thesis last Thursday, and he spoke for an hour and just did an awesome job. Phoebe is now in Arizona, passing through with her daddy, her mommy, and her little brother Gabriel, 2 cats and 2 big bearded lizards in the car.
Sweet. Lion Phil, did you have anything today?
Yes.
Lion Phil.
Okay. Just kidding. Okay.
Oh, that's a false alarm he pulled on us.
False alarm. Thank you. Fellow Lions and guests, I have a happy dollar. I'm going to be gone for the next 2 weeks. I'll be back somewhere on March 9th. And I won't be thinking about you because I'll be in Belize on my private island. Again, yeah.
That's what you did last year, wasn't it?
And the year before, and the year before.
One of these days you'll win that Survivor game.
Yeah, I'll survive that. Anyway, we are ready to go.
Believe it or not.
Invocation today will be led by Hal Palmer.
Heavenly Father, we just want to thank you for the Longview Pioneer Alliance and the blessings that you bestow upon us. The ability to give people healing through our donations to various organizations, the ability to give hope when we give somebody a wheelchair ramp, and the join the fun that we have together. All this I pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Pledge will be led by First Vice District Governor Doug Harvey. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And our song will be led by Secretary Phil Olson.
My country
Tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. Thank you. Do we have any guests to be introduced today?
Lion Gina has a guest. Gina.
It's okay, everybody.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'd like to introduce my guest co-worker, Mr. Boudreaux.
That it? Okay. Announcements. Reminder, board meeting will be this Thursday at 7 o'clock at the Council Elks. So don't forget that. Next up, announcement. First off, we're going to start with Louie. Louie.
President Leroy, members and guests, going to give you a report on the vision screening for the last 3 months. So far, we've done 2,439 kids, and we've had 310 referrals, and we have 210 man-hours involved in it so far. So I thank everybody that's helped me.
Wow, cool. Next will be Zone Chair Cindy Fickett, since we're right there.
President Leroy, members and guests. I want to thank Cindy Sessions. She got us an ad in the Bugle Reader. Columbia Reader for our Taste of Italy. Thank you, Cindy. And Greg is getting our liquor license. We're on the way. We're getting there. And I have donation slips here for those who get baskets from other people. So you can hand them this, and then we'll be taking them here and storing them at the shop, I believe. And we'll have a meeting this Thursday at my house at 6 o'clock. So that's our first meeting to get this all kicked off. There's a visitation, there's a council cabinet meeting February 22nd at GC's truck stop, that's exit 57 off of I-5. It's a good place to eat, and you get to see how we work. And the learning forum is still on, March 14th. It's in Vancouver, so you can sign up here. The address is on here. And then our conference is happening this fall, April 24th, 25th, 26th at Ocean Shores. The information is here to sign up. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up will be Gary Hill.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests. A couple weeks ago, when I had the apparel store set up here, Tom, Vice President Tom, asked me to order yellow pullover sweatshirts, which he's modeling now. I wanted him to wear it, but
It doesn't fit.
it's a special order, so in order to defray costs, I had to order quite a number of them. So I have some, well, I bought one of each size. So I have some out in the car if anybody's interested, see me, or wait until the next time I set up the store. Thank you.
All right.
Is that a cover?
Lifetime guarantee.
And President Leroy, fellow Lions, one piece of advice: if you buy a yellow t-shirt, do not wear it when you work the grill.
Next, past zone chair or past president, whoever. Craig Firth.
He's all of the above.
Membership chair.
President Leroy, colleagues and guests, as all of you know, we're having a little bit of a membership drive. I don't know how many of you noticed, I've done a whole you these and you find pins you like. If they're in a bag, put them back. Now, we have 2 applications in for membership that we'll be voting on Thursday morning. Let's get some more in. This next month on the 17th, we're going to have the invite a friend to lunch here. So to bring people that you know that you might think would be interested in Lions. We're going to have an orientation during the meeting. Well, that'll be our program for that particular day. It's March 17th. Yeah, there you go, St. Patty's Day. Anyway, keep that date in mind. Those of you that have not gotten an orientation, this will qualify for that too. Thank you.
All right. Next will be Gina.
I'm going to defer to Spencer.
Well, I handed Hal a flyer, and he started handing it around. It was actually meant just for him. I don't know where exactly it is, but I guess so. So everyone's got the visual aid. Again, I'm Spencer. I am the community organizer for the Highlands Neighborhood Association, and we have our community meeting upcoming on this next upcoming Monday at 6 p.m. at the Community Center building down there at 292 21st Avenue. And our major talking point and thing we're going to be talking about that night is what's called the time bank, and that's sort of a neighbor helping neighbor exchange. So let's say Hal needed somebody to mow his lawn, right? And I could mow his lawn, and I needed somebody to do my taxes for me. I could mow his lawn in exchange for him doing my taxes, right? I wouldn't Somebody can do my taxes, right? I can do my own, but that's generally how it works. Yard work, housework, things like that. And it's just basically about neighbors helping neighbors, and not a straight across trade, but a free exchange for goods and services performed. So if you're interested in that, come down. It's at 6 p.m. at 292 21st Avenue in the Highlands. next Monday. Thank you.
Thanks. Next will be Sandy.
Here's our new member right here.
Hey.
Correct.
Okay. Next is going to be Sandy.
Good stuff, Spencer, thank you.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, Monday, March 9th, we will be giving books away at Columbia Heights Elementary School. And if you'd like to join us, there are a few more spots. We're looking pretty good, but if you want an uplifting morning or afternoon, plan on joining us for the book giveaway at Columbia Heights Elementary School, Monday, March 9th. Sign-up sheets are on the table over there.
And last but not least is going to be Hal Palmer. Well, I said not least.
Leroy, fellow Lions and guests. So I keep thinking back at you, right, Spencer? Are you the first Republican community organizer? You think so? Many of you may not know this, but one of the priorities of what Lions Club International Foundation starting last year is pediatric cancers, research and support. And so on behalf of that, I want to let you know about the Dino Dozer Foundation, which is having a gala ball on March 28th. They work with pediatric cancer. If you want any more information, I'll have some flyers here next week. And also in the back are some pledge cards for LCIF.
Thank you all. And I lied. One more. Second VP, Tom. He's the last.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I have a couple of announcements. I have here some food worker cards that are about to expire. So I'm going to hand them back to you, and you can know that they're going to expire this year. We need to get some updates. So we have them on file in the wagon. Also, there's some kettle corn back there for $2 a bag. It's just what we made yesterday, checking out the kettle corn machine for the season. So you can either pay Louie, Bob, or me for a bag of kettle corn. Thank you.
Oh, you forgot the other guy. Dare.
Oh, give that again.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests. The individuals that have received the Gordon Smith Fellowship, we'd like to have a meeting back over here after this meeting. That's Jessen, Tom, Greg, and Rex. They're the recipients that have received that recognition from the club, and they will be the group that will be picking the next recipient of that. So that's coming up.
All right, thank you. Now it's time for our program today. Cheryl, would you like to introduce them?
The American Library Association reminds us that when you absolutely, positively have to know, ask a librarian. Google can bring you back 100,000 answers. A librarian can bring you back the right one. Neil Gaiman, author, shared that with us. And Timothy Healy, former president of the New York Public Library, said, "The most important asset of any library goes home at night, the library staff." We're fortunate today to have two of the best in our city. From the Longview Public Library, we have Chris Skaugset, library director, and Elizabeth Partridge, adult services librarian. Chris was born and raised in Central Point, Oregon. He graduated from Southern Oregon U with a bachelor's degree in U.S. history, followed by a master's degree in the same from the University of Oregon. At that point, he decided, with a little encouragement from his wife, he didn't want to pursue a PhD and turned to libraries. He began his library career while in graduate school at the U of O. After graduating, he got a job in a small research library at the Oregon Regional Primate Research Center. He started working as a library assistant at the Longview Public Library in December of 1996. Since then, he's worked in a variety of areas in the library, including managing the Longview Room Historical Collection. In 2001, he earned an MLS from Syracuse University, and in 2003, he became library director. Chris is active in the community, in Longview Rotary, the Ethnic Support Council, and Pathways 2020. Angela, his wife of 33 years, works in the Longview School District admin office, and you may have seen her performing in local theater. They have a 25-year-old son, Zachary, a fiscal analyst, who lives with his wife, Caitlin, in Puyallup. Now, Elizabeth, she grew up traveling around in an Army family. Her mom ended up moving to Omak, Washington, where Elizabeth would stay when she wasn't living overseas with her dad. She graduated from Arizona State University with a bachelor's in Spanish, followed by a master's in Spanish language and culture and a master's in teaching English as a second language. These are no slouches we have with us today, folks. Elizabeth taught Spanish and English at the university and community college levels in Arizona and then in Indiana, where she moved with her family. She was the director of a Hispanic Help Center in Indiana before making the decision to move back to Washington to be closer to family. She moved to Longview in 2005 to start working at the Longview Public Library. She liked it so much she returned to school for another master's degree, this one in library and information science. Elizabeth loves developing programs for the community, such as Fire It Up and the Culture Card, and is especially proud of developing the small business hub that provides a starting point for people searching for information for beginning a business in our area. She loves to hike and visit waterfalls with her kids when the weather allows. She lives in Longview when she's not traveling to far-off places. Now, librarians have an affinity for words, so I'm going to shut my mouth and let them tell you something.
All right, thank you, everybody. We are glad to be here. First of all, and I'm too tall for everything here. There we go. We'll do it that way. Thank you, and thank you for all you do for the community. You guys just do a lot for us as well. You give us hot dogs every year for our summer reading picnic, and we are very appreciative of that. So keep up all your good work. So as you said, I've been with the library for a few years now. The library is reaching its, what did I figure out? It's 90 some odd year birthday this year. But it is starting to show its age a little bit. It's a beautiful, beautiful lady, but she is starting to show her age. So a couple years ago, we began a building study of the library. And we were looking at how to modernize, do a little remodeling, make us a library for the next 50 years or next 100 years, because it's been over 50 years since anything's really been done to the library in terms of its building. Obviously, lots of programs have changed, lots of people have changed, but the building itself, it's a great set of bones, but it's showing its wear. But in that study, we found a lot of good things, and one of the things, so we're looking now at taking what we found there, which was using our existing footprint. We have some spaces where we have some great space. We just need to better utilize it. And so we're going to be looking at the next few years of finding the funding to do that. When we do, it'll be a beautiful thing. You'll all be invited to come see it. It's definitely Elizabeth and my next big project or the next few years. So one thing we're looking at is that there is some money from the state that is coming available next year for historic libraries that are in distressed counties, and we have both those things with us, the historic library and the distressed county. So we'll be looking for that to get us started there. So look for that. Another big thing going on right now, actually, is if you've heard about, some of you may have heard about this already, but there's been a group in town called the Art Renaissance Team, who for the last 10 to 15 years has been looking to bring a Dale Chihuly art piece to Longview. A few years ago, they were working hard on that, trying to put one downtown, which the Chihuly people eventually said, no, that wasn't really what they wanted to do. We are now working at the Chihuly people are very excited about this, is the possibility of bringing something to the library, both as one formal large piece as well as a collection. So it's a chance to not only expand local people's knowledge of Chihuly and art and that and education, which is always a big piece of what the library does, but it's also going to be bringing people into Longview. So it could be a definitely economic benefit to the community. So we'll be meeting with them in the next month or so. Actually, have a tour of the library with them, but they are very excited by the project, as is this group who is running this. So good things coming along the way. A couple other things, just in case you don't know. A lot of people don't realize we have a reciprocal borrowing agreement with Kelso. So if you live in Kelso, you can actually get a library card in Longview, and if you live in Longview, you can get one in Kelso. So know that. Also, if you don't live in the city limits of Longview, but you're on the peripheries or the west and north, you are probably part of the Cowlitz County Partial Library District, and so you're paying money, taxes to fund the library, or at least to fund that district who contracts with the library. So if you live in those areas, come in and see us. Most likely you can get a card with us. And finally, the one thing I was going to talk about just before I get a couple little stats was, the first stat I guess is we're expanding our level of electronic resources, so ebooks, electronic books, electronic audiobooks, movies, comic books. We have access to over 88,000 items right now through the Washington Anytime Library and through Hoopla. And so those are things that you just need a library card, and if you have a computer or a phone or a tablet or any sort of device, you can get materials that way. And those can be great things because you don't have to worry about returning them, you don't have to worry about overdue fines, and if you're on a tablet or something, you can change the size of the font to fit whatever you need. And as we are all getting a little older, we all need to do that a little bit more. So be aware of all those things. Definitely come visit your library, and we'll help you get started on all that. So just a couple of quick stats before I'll turn it over to Elizabeth for the really fun stuff that's going on at the library. So going to let you know that last year our circulation went up about 21%, and we circulated, this is what that means, but we circulated almost 367,000 items last year. And those are physical items. Those are the books and the magazines and things of that nature, DVDs. We also did circulate almost 42,000 of those electronic items I talked about. So combine those, we're talking about over 400,000 items that we're providing for people. And one of the benefits of libraries in general is that when you check out a book from the library, you don't have to necessarily buy it yourself, so then you can spend your money on something else. And so there are a lot of studies have talked about for every checkout there's a certain amount of savings for people. In fact, our new system shows you that if you check out, you've seen our receipts, you'll see at the bottom, it'll tell you how much money you saved, not only now, but also you can find out for how much for the year you saved. And that just frees up money so you can spend it in other places in the community. Let's see, I was going to talk about that new computerized system briefly. We got a new system, it's very good, but we're very happy with it now. Best thing about it is it automatically renews the books that you have, so you don't have to worry about them again coming in late. So that's a good thing to know. The other thing we're going on, I just mentioned, was we have about 184,000 people go through our building every year. So it's a very heavily populated, very busy building with a lot of different things that Elizabeth's going to talk about in terms of programs, ranging again from story times to movie nights to people coming into the computers or get tax help or all these other things that people do. So it's definitely a bustling community hub that you have here in Longview. So finally, I was just going to mention last year we had about 285 adult and children's programs throughout the year, and we had almost 10,000 people attend those. So again, just reminding you that we're a very busy place. We do all sorts of things too. We have access to technology in terms of computers and Wi-Fi. We have people who can help you with technology. We've got all sorts of things going on that you may or may not know about. So if you haven't been to the library in a while, please come visit us. You can also visit us obviously online as well. But please come see us. We always like to see everybody's smiling faces, and we just are excited to be able to serve the community every single day. So I'm going to turn it over to Elizabeth, and she's going to talk a little bit more specifically about some more of our programming going on.
So thank you very much for inviting us. We love coming to these things to talk about what we do because we love what we do. So it's even better to share it with you. So I'm going to share some of the programming that we currently have, and it's only February that I'm going to talk about. So we have our Small Business Hub, and with our Small Business Hub, we use SCORE. I don't know if you're familiar with SCORE, but they're volunteers that come in to teach and mentor people for free on how to open a business, which is great for us because we have a lot of people aspiring to open their own small businesses with no idea on how to start. So these members of SCORE will come. They come once a month to teach a class for free. They just taught one on Saturday, and it's Are You Ready for Takeoff? So the next one is going to be about actually starting to apply for licenses and insurance and all of those fun things that you need to do to start a business. But they also come to the library for free at your schedule to mentor you on what you need to do to write a business plan or to write a financial plan or do a marketing study. And it's free. It's a wonderful service that they offer through the Small Business Hub. Some of the adult programming that we have going on that Chris mentioned was Fire It Up, and I'm wearing my shirt. Can you see my shirt? So, yeah, it glows in the dark, so if we want to turn the lights on, I'm all for it. So Fire It Up is in its 9th year. It is the adult reading program because we got tired of kids getting all the prizes. So we decided to do a program where adults read a book and they win prizes. Yeah, exactly. So all you need to do is read a book, write a short little description of what the book was about, drop it off at the library, and then you could be in a drawing to win all kinds of different prizes. We have 4 grand prizes. You can win a tablet just for reading a book. And then I'll show you how to put all of those digital books on there that Chris was talking about. Super. So if you want to play, you just get an entry form at the library, fill it out, drop it off. And if any of you have fines, which I won't tell, but you can use those entries to eliminate $5 worth of fines off your account too. So if you know anybody that's not coming because they have fines and they're embarrassed, just let them know about that. The other thing is a culture card. Has anyone ever heard of our culture card program? So it's an amazing program that we started, I want to say 7 years ago, maybe 6, where we partner with the local theaters to provide a pair of tickets every year to any card holder. That it's first comes, first served, and it's limited quantity, but you are entitled to get a pair of tickets per year for free with your library card for one of the local plays. So when Columbia Theater has their plays or programs, we get 2 pairs of tickets that we check out just like a book to any card holder who is interested in attending. So if you haven't used it, I would suggest that you give it a try because it's really fun to go to these plays and it's even more fun to go for free. Yeah, and they are super popular, so if you are interested, pay attention to the signs that you see or in the newspaper because they go fast and you really need to be on it. We have people calling at 10 a.m. that morning to get the cards. Some other things that we have going on are movie night. This month, it's the 27th. We're doing it on the 4th Tuesday of every month right now, and it's a partnership with Parks and Rec. We'll do it inside on the cruddy months, and they'll do it outside on the nice months. So we'll be doing this for a long time, I think. But this month we're doing Frozen 2. So if you have any interested individuals in your household, I suggest you come early on the 27th because that's going to be packed. But it's a free movie with popcorn and water, and you just come in, watch the movie, eat your popcorn, and enjoy. We are also partnering with WorkSource, Goodwill, and LCC to provide hiring events. The next one is on the 27th, and it is already we have 12 employers who will be available at the library to get people jobs. So if you know anybody who is looking for work, send them to the library, and it's from noon to 2. And they will be able to turn in their resumes and applications right then to employers who are desperately seeking employees. Also, we have LCC's art shows in the Koch Gallery right now. If you haven't seen the display, it just went up last week and a half ago. And the reception for that is on the 25th at 3 p.m. And so it's all local students at LCC, and it's their art, and it's being displayed right now, and I don't need to mention it, but my daughter has one up there on the wall. Just throwing that out there. Another thing that we have going on is Art Speaks Volumes. I don't know if you heard of that last year. It was a huge project for raising money for the Library Foundation, and it's using altered books. Have you heard of that? Where you take a book and you turn it into a piece of art. So people took these books and made them into these fantastic creations and then gave them to us, and we auctioned them off. So it actually was a fantastic art program and fundraiser for people. It was great. So we're doing it again this year. The foundation is hosting that, and we already did one in February, but we're doing more in March, altered book workshops. So if you want to learn how to make your own works of art out of books, you are welcome to sign up for those classes. 2 programs that are constant. We have Project Read, which many of you have already heard of, and I encourage you to come and see me about it. It is our adult literacy program where you volunteer 2 hours a week to help people with areas of literacy, which include reading, writing, GED skills, etc. We also help people with their English skills, learning English, speaking English, reading and writing English. And then we also have been helping quite a bit with people studying to become citizens. There's an immigration test that they have to take, so we help them study for that. That is a fantastic program that has been in place nearly 38 years now, so we encourage people to come help us out with it all the time. The other one that we always need volunteers for is our outreach program for homebound individuals, where you help take books and pick up books for people who can't come to the library anymore. And that one is a great program because obviously people really, really love the interaction and they love getting their books. So those are just 2 little volunteer opportunities. If you're interested, you're more than welcome to come see me. And then I think last but not least, we'll talk about all of the programs that happen for kids. We have so many story times available for different ages. We also do little kid book clubs and big kid book clubs, and then adult book clubs where everybody can enjoy reading together and talking about books and talking about learning, which is an important process as you're getting older and you have to engage in all the things that we have to do throughout life. Developing that love of reading and of learning early and then engaging in it often helps make for a more successful person, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But one of the things that we really, really want to encourage is for people to actually participate with the library. For people to bring their kids in, bring their adults in. We have all kinds of programming that's available from 0 all the way till the end of life. And we really just want to make sure that everyone understands that what we do at the library, we do for you, the community. We do for everyone who has interest in programs and activities. And anytime you think of a good program that you think we ought to be doing, I would love to hear about it because we really, really like to provide what you're looking for. So, are there any questions about what's going on right now? And that was just February. I haven't even gotten to March. So, any questions? Yeah. It starts at 6 p.m., but come early because it's going to be packed. Oh, I'm sorry, the 25th. The hiring event is the 27th. It's the 25th, yeah. Thank you. Any more questions? No? All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. I have got a couple of mugs here to thank you for coming speaking to us. Inside the mug is a membership application to join the Lions. So if you want to leave Rotary and if you want to join Lions, here are. Or do both. Yeah, right. So,
Can repent to become a lion.
yeah. So, just a reminder, board meeting Thursday, 7 o'clock, Kelso Elks. White ticket, 366-3204. Tom, and he was quiet about it. After the meeting, Greg's having a CARE meeting over here. So those who are part of CARE, don't forget that. What else is there? Have you picked your, huh? Well, I'm getting there. I'm waiting for them to get up here so Tom can do that. So a red ticket, 926-242. 926-242.
That's Tom.
Tom. So since Tom's won both of those, I guess maybe Tom won the desserts too. Jane, who do we have for dessert? Yeah, Dick. So, don't forget the board meeting on Thursday. And senility, yes, that's right. Do we have any of that left?
No one is senile today.
Okay. Yes, the board meeting's at the Kelso Elks. Thursday, 7 o'clock. Thank you. And for those of you, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Maybe.